This is CubeRun. It's a story-driven puzzle platformer. Or is it? Welcome back to the channel, my name's Dash. Now back to that question, is my game still going to be a story-driven puzzle platformer? Well, after taking a step back from my project and reviewing the scope, I realized that I'd become victim to
Scope creep.
What's scope creep, I hear you ask? Hey Google, what's scope creep?
According to Wikipedia, scope creep in project management refers to changes, continuous or uncontrolled growth in a project scope at any point after the project begins.
Thanks. Hey Google, hey Google, stop! So pretty much, in layman's terms, if project become too big, Dash can't do project no more. And that's why I spent this week rescoping the game and working on, well, finishing it. So I'd say that Tuesday was probably my least productive day because I only had time to work on CubeRun during the stream since I was busy later that day. But pretty much I worked on designing level 8 for the entire 3 hours. And within these 3 hours, I spent an hour and a half animating this box, half an hour actually designing the level layout, and another hour trying to fix this. What the fuck? So yeah, on to the next day. I wasn't able to work on CubeRun until late Wednesday night, but during the day, I planned out how I was going to enact my new plan, Project Rescope CubeRun before it gets too big and I never finish it, which makes me want to cry and stuff. First step, scrap the story. Second step, get rid of the millions of cosmetic updates I had planned. And third step, well, just get it done. Now, you might be wondering, Dash, why do all this if you've been working so hard on the game? I mean, you probably weren't wondering that, but, it's to keep the flow and, Anyway, good question. This game was always supposed to be my first project, which was mainly going to teach me the fundamentals of Unity and game development. But then I was all like, yeah, nah, let's release this bad boy. Which isn't a bad thing, but I could be learning a lot more by making multiple small games. So if I can finish it up, release, and move on, I'm gonna learn a lot. Anyways, I continued designing levels and was able to finish up level 8. Thursday hits, I turn on the stream and I'm super keen to finish up level 9 and start working on the final parts to the game. So what do? I turn on the turbo and absolutely destroy level 9. Now, the final level was going to be a boss fight, which was originally going to be like level 20 or something. But with the changes to the story and the design of the game, the boss now appears in level 10 and is a big red cube.
Damn, boy, he's thick!
So, I got to work on planning out the boss fight. Once I had all the ideas fleshed out, I created the boss entity and made a big health bar to go along with him. I then worked on making the initial boss introduction cutscene. Then, before I knew it, Thursday was over. Yes, I did actually work today, unlike last week's Friday, so yay me! But yeah, I got straight back into developing the boss fight, which included making the screen shake during the introduction and phasing cutscenes, adding some particle effects and screen shake whenever he takes damage, and just actually making the level itself. Once the level felt a little bit more boss fighty and was actually fun, I started thinking about how the boss soundtrack was going to work out. Now, since I don't make my own music, I was all like, I'm gonna go hit up my boy Abelisk. And so that's what I did. Wait, you don't know who Abelisk is? Well, he's the legend that made the main soundtrack for my game, which is a straight banger, by the way. He's an EBM producer that makes some pretty dope stuff, which you can go check out over on his Bandcamp page. Also, check out his socials, which are linked below, because my god, CubeRun would be nowhere near as good as it is today without him. After a bit of planning and discussion, we decided on a decent idea for the boss soundtrack and parted ways. I then realized how exhausted I was and finished up work for the day. And there you have it, people. That was probably the most productive week I've had in a while. Now, CubeRun is almost complete and ready to be published, so moving forward I'll be posting devlogs and videos on other projects, but you'll probably see news of CubeRun throughout those videos anyway, since I'll undoubtedly have to work on it and polish some things up. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, chuck it a like, and if you're feeling spicy, leave a comment below. Make sure to follow me on my socials to keep up to date with what's happening, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.